And here we go a little bit more. Speaking of black mob violence, or just violence in general, but you know what I mean. 14s, including Juvenile, arrested in connection with Raleigh girls' murder outside Bojangles. So as we see the murder rates skyrocket, I think New York's up like 300%. Cops are just resigning in records, or they're just going to, apartments or departments rather, where they'll be, appreciated. I can't imagine living in the Western Empire without the thin blue line. It's actually kind of scary to think about. As far as I know, there's a few countries that have tried defunding their police, Pakistan being one of them. And what ends up happening is it's not that the police go away. It's once they get defunded, the police become desperate. Then they can be bought by criminals to do their bidding. You see the same thing in Mexico, where cops actually fulfill, entire gang-related shootings, mass shootings. Cops get paid, they'll go in, arrest someone, shoot them on the way out, and then throw them in the back of the car and take off. Happens all the time. So that's what they're really after. But it's true. As cops, disintegrate in the inner cities, even though they're kind of disintegrated already, it's only going to get worse. New York, Baltimore, Portland. But anyways, let's read this. So 14s, including a Juvenile. Which one's the Juvenile? They all look 30. Maybe this one. Just ugly too, eh? Whew. Have been arrested and charged in connection with murder of a 17-year-old girl who was found dead in a car outside of Raleigh Bojangles last week. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Police said Tuesday night that 3 teens, Keishara, Michelle Deans, Keishara. Hey Keishara, look at the next one. Naziha? Right. Naziha Zammer Collins, 19, and its entirety. I guess I've heard of that one before. Kwame Rogers. Where do they get these names? It's as if they go into. It's like they just make them up or something. Anyways, we're all arrested and charged with accessory after the fact to murder. Authorities were still looking for 17-year-old Devin Cordell Jones. A juvenile petition and secure custody order for that murder of Veronica Lee Baker were being sought for Jones. On Wednesday morning, the teen was taken into custody and charged with Baker's murder. Let's take a look at see what she looks like. See if she was white or not. Probably wasn't, but take a look. Yeah, she was white. Let's see what this is saying. Here, I'll start it over. So obviously she was white. At least she looked white to me. Yeah, she looked pretty white. And shut up. But obviously the news isn't going to say anything. Because the news is not the news. The MSN is bought and paid for globalist sympathizers who would side with the rioters, murderers, non-white people who have aggression towards the Western Empire. So we see it time and time again. There'll be no things about racism or anything, even though they're all black and she was white. And the odds of you being killed by someone non-white is far greater than the other way around at this point. The whole idea that they can push a racist narrative against us while we pick up the bill is just, preposterous. But Trump's going to win again, and we're going to show them that not only are they fools, but they're going to have, trouble. But let's read a little bit here. Police found Veronica Baker fatally shot in her car in the parking lot of Bojangles on Jones Sausage Road in Garner, south of Raleigh. The car was still running, a 911 caller said. So, the retards who did it, I'm not going to try to pronounce their names. On Wednesday morning, police arrested a 17-year-old boy. The suspect pulled the trigger. It sounds kind of like a hit. Police spokesman Laura Hourigan told the N&O if a juvenile is charged with a serious felony, case is transferred to adult court if probable cause is found. Well, one thing's for sure. Those 3 or 4 retards that are involved in that, their life is over. I'll see you in the next one.